this healing day, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful friends. My wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day.
Please join me in prayer. Mother, Father, God, wise and loving Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for the opportunities that it brings. Thank you for all that we have been given in our lifetimes. Thank you for all that we are about to receive. Thank you for the people in our lives, our spiritual community, our family, and our friends. Thank you for our awareness of your divine presence in our lives. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for this day, this incredibly wonderful day that we get to experience as we come together in this time of gratitude, of healing, of wholeness, celebrating in our oneness of our divine natures. We are all one, because there is only one power and one presence throughout the universe and in my life, God, the good omnipotence. And so it is. Amen. Good evening and welcome. We are thrilled to have you here this evening as we participate in this evening of gratitude, healing, and wholeness. Whether you're here in the sanctuary, whether you're joining us online at home, we are so glad that you have chosen to spend the next hour of your soul's growth with us. My name is Don Barton. I'm a ministerial intern here at CCU Orlando, and I am honored to be here and celebrating this evening with you tonight.
Good evening, I'm Hank Lewis, and I'm also honored to be here with you as we celebrate healing and we celebrate a time of gratitude. A great way to combine the seasons of Thanksgiving and as we go into our Christmas season, that we can share together what we're thankful for, what we're grateful for, and then to work on our inner healing. We look forward to a wonderful service.
And now let's turn it back over to Shannon.
Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God I live to see. Peace inside my mind, God and
Gratitude is what we're here to start off with tonight. Gratitude. We're coming out of the Thanksgiving season, and that is so natural for us to automatically be in that giving thanks mode. But the day after Thanksgiving, we don't want to let that evaporate. We don't want to let that drift away. We want to stay in that consciousness of gratitude and thanksgiving because of the power that is in gratitude. Gratitude, it is said, is a causative energy, that it will bring you into the present moment and energize your life. You know, you can remember being grateful yesterday. You can plan to be grateful tomorrow. People look forward to giving thanks on Thanksgiving. But to actually be grateful and experience gratitude, you have to do it right here, right now, in the present moment. It has to be something you're currently experiencing to be grateful. You can't be grateful yesterday. You can remember being grateful, but you can only be grateful right now. And you're not grateful because of the feelings you get when you think of something that was nice. It isn't the reaction, your emotion to something that happened for you. It's an energy that you stir up inside of you when you realize what you have or what you've been given. It brings you back into the present moment and reminds you that you are one with divine spirit, that infinite supply is always yours and it's manifesting, and you're coming to that realization in this very moment. That not only are you grateful for what you have now, but you're calling forth more of the same. Paul in the 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 18, Thessalonians, sorry, woo. He says, in all things give thanks. In all things. And the thing that he doesn't say is in all good things, or in all things that worked out your way, or in all things that you wanted, give thanks. He says in all things, the good and the perceived not so good. In all things. It's a choice that you can make in the moment to be grateful. It's a way of thinking to be grateful. In your everyday life, it can be as simple as, you're planning a trip to the grocery store and you're going to pick up the dry cleaning on the way. On the way out the door, you say, hey, I'm leaving. I'm going to go to the grocery store and I'm going to run by and pick up the dry cleaning. And you're totally fine with that happening in your day. And you get to the dry cleaning and you go in and they go, there's nothing here for you. And I'm like, I dropped something off, a week ago last Thursday. And they're like, oh, your partner picked those up 3 days ago. And you have a choice in the moment to go, I just walked out the door saying I'm going to go pick up the dry cleaning. You could have told me you already picked it up. And take that energy with you into the grocery store and think, that was 5 minutes out of my life I'll never get back, and I could have saved myself a whole stop. And you're going through the grocery store and you're like, do we need eggs? I don't know. Maybe they bought eggs too and didn't tell me that. And I'll get home and they got eggs. Now we got too many eggs. And the rest of the day, you get home and the gratitude finally kicks in when you get home and you say, thanks for telling me you picked up the dry cleaning. Or in the moment, do you choose gratitude? Is it a decision you make and an energy you bring forth in that moment to go, well, how thoughtful was that? How thoughtful that someone thought enough to go, I will make an extra trip to pick it up to make sure when you need these clothes, they're already waiting for you in the closet. I'll do that for you. And then go from there to the grocery store because you were planning to do that anyway. You haven't really lost anything because you were planning on going to the dry cleaner. You were planning on going to the grocery store. But now the rest of the day, you can reflect on the fact that somebody thought enough of you to go out of their way to make your life easier. And be thankful for that. Gratitude is a positive energy that you bring up inside of you. And it's a choice that you can make in every present moment. So I have had the horrible experience of having both of my children in intensive care with COVID. And I could turn that into the most horrible experience and complain about it for years. Or I could say, I am so thankful for the care they received. I am so thankful for the knowledge and the wisdom that these doctors and nurses had accumulated, and these scientists that had brought this drug called remdesivir that I had never heard of. I can be thankful for the person who donated the plasma because they had the antibodies in their system that were given to my children. There is gratitude all over for them healing and coming out of it and us coming through it. I'm grateful for being reminded how much they mean to me and how close our family is and how lucky I am to be a parent. Or I could have complained about everything that went wrong that made them end up suffering in the hospital with a disease. It was my choice, a choice of gratitude for what was really there. And that's what we can do every single day. So that's what I want to do tonight. I want to invite you to think of something going on in your life right now and either share a gratitude with us or share something that you're going to choose to see gratitude in. And if you're willing to share it with us, even better. So I'm going to ask Shannon and then Hank to share something they're grateful for, and then we'll open it up to the floor. And again, because of COVID and we can't pass masks, we'll just ask you to tell us, and then we're going to repeat it for the people online. If you're watching online and you want to type into the chat what you are grateful for, or something that you're choosing to see gratitude in right now in your life, we'll have Dave and Colton in the sound room read those out to us too so that we can share them with each other. So let's start with Shannon. Tell us about your gratitude.
Well, 2020 has been an interesting year. And it's so interesting that Don's been talking about things that we might not be grateful for, but that we can make a decision to be grateful for. And in 2020, in October, I lost my father. Now, we had moved my mom and dad in with us about 5 years ago. They got hit in the housing crisis and their health wasn't great. And so it was a natural decision to move them out of state down here to Florida with us. And so I'm grateful that I had that time with my dad living in my home. It's a life changer. I wouldn't have been as close to him, and sometimes, let's be honest, as annoyed by him and as frustrated with him as I was if he had been up in North Carolina. So there's a number of things that happened around his death that I could choose to be angry and upset about or not. So I just want to tell you a couple of them so that if there's anything that reflects in your life, you can choose gratitude with me. The first is that he went suddenly. I mean, his health wasn't great. We all knew that this was coming eventually, but he had his birthday on Thursday and he died on Saturday. And it was that quick and that sudden. And I could be angry that he left so quick, or I can be grateful that I was there that morning to help him get in his wheelchair and take him out to the car and rub his back when he wasn't feeling good and get him some water because he was so thirsty. If he hadn't been living in my home, I wouldn't have had those care moments with him the last time I saw him. Then he was diabetic. He went in for something on his foot and he wound up having a cardiac arrest. He was not supposed to be resuscitated. He had a DNR. They didn't see it, I don't know, for a long time. Well, not a long time. It's only been, 6 weeks, so we're doing good. But I could have been angry that they did CPR on him. He did not want that. He was emphatic about that in his life, and I was his healthcare power of attorney, and I wanted to know why they did CPR on him. Why did they resuscitate him? That was not his wishes. But you know what? I'm grateful that they did, because I got a chance to go up that night Even though he was intubated and not conscious with us, his spirit was there. And I got a chance. I sang to him. I told him what I needed to tell him. I told him, Daddy, it's your soul's choice now. You can go or you can stay. And we're okay either way. We're going to be fine. And I got the chance to call my sister and say, hey, y'all come on down. This is it, you know. And they got the chance to come and see Daddy. So I can choose to be angry that his wishes at first were not met, or I can be grateful that we got a chance to say goodbye. I can be upset that now we're not getting his Social Security. But what I'm grateful for is the universe has always provided housing and funds and groceries and food, always. And so I have no real concern for the future because never once in my life have I gone without, whether it's from the generosity of someone or, you know, a check in the mail or whatever it is. So in all of these things that could pick at our ability to be grateful and to find joy, for every one of those things, there is gratitude. It's not something you have to make up. You just have to let Spirit reveal those things to you that are the bits of gratitude in the midst of hardship and tragedy. So I'm glad my dad died, because now his spirit is free. He doesn't hurt anymore. I'm glad he didn't have a really slow decline where we were months and months and months in and out of nursing homes, and he just decided to go. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful that I still hear him talking to me and guiding me. And so there's so much that we can fret over, but how much more freeing and how much more joyful and how much more powerful to live in gratitude. So I'm glad my dad died, and I'm glad he died the way he did.
So I'm extremely grateful for my families, plural. My immediate family, John, Holly, and Chase, all 5 dogs and all 3 cats that live in the house with us. It's an interesting life. It's been especially interesting since March, since we both, John and I, have been working from home, and for part of that time, Chase was doing school at home. But I can just tell you that it's brought us closer together. And one of the more interesting things is that we're all very different. There's not anything that's particularly alike about the 4 of us, although Chase and I are probably more alike than anybody else. But we've still made it work. And you continue working on it. And I am grateful not only that they're there with me, but they're willing to keep working on it. Not a one of us is perfect, and I'm probably the least perfect of all. But they've still continued to work with me, to be there for me and to be there with me, and I am very grateful for that. I'm grateful for my real family, my birth family, the people who I still have a relationship, even though I haven't seen them now for about 4 years, but we do talk to each other. And some plans we had to meet this year 2 different times have been canceled now, but grateful that they're still a part of my life. We don't agree on a whole lot. My brother and I are about like night and day to each other. But we still know that we're family, and we love each other, and we care for each other. I'm grateful for my friends, my family of friends. I have friends who will now meet me to eat, knowing that we're going to eat outside. Even in the cold weather, we're going to eat outside. We're not going to take any chances. We're going to wear our mask. We're going to do everything that we're supposed to do to take care of one another. And we love each other enough to do that. So I'm grateful for my family of friends. I'm also grateful for my church family. As I said a couple of weeks ago, coming here is energizing for me. It gives me an energy and a peace that I don't necessarily find in a lot of other places. I'm grateful for our staff. I'm grateful for our band and musicians. I am grateful for the folks in the back who make us sound really good. And I am just grateful that I have families who love me, who care for me, and allow me to love them in return. trying to think. I can't think of anything that I'm forcing myself to like at the moment or be grateful for.
So is there anything else that any of you would like to share with us? What are you grateful for?
Hey, Don, we do have, hi, Don. We do have
Yes.
lots of outpouring of gratitude from the folks watching from home. Shifting Soul says, I am so grateful for the lessons this year and the amazing souls I continue to meet in the love and joy in the season. Dawn says, I'm thankful that every obstacle, trial, tribulation, and sickness has allowed my heart to be full of gratitude and live more in faith. Tammy says, I am so grateful for my family and friends. Joyful Healer says, I was grateful for getting to visit my mom and for the time to reflect on where I need to grow and heal and for the amazing friendships that continue to grow. And finally, Erica says, I'm thankful for the time that the virus has given me to spend on myself and with my son.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Dave, for reading that. We're grateful for you and your perfect radio voice. Anybody in here want to share something they're grateful for? Yes.
My parents and my sister.
Your parents and your sister. That's my daughter. Just so you can't see it.
I'm grateful for going to work every day, and I'm grateful for my good health, and I'm very grateful for my daughter healing.
She said that she was grateful for the ability to go to work every day, for her health, and for her daughter's healing.
Yes. Wonderful. Yes. Grateful for your strength. Mm-hmm. Great. Great. She's grateful for the strength to fight through her recovery. Wonderful. Good for you.
Very grateful for this church being here for us.
Yes. And grateful for this church, this spiritual community here for us. Exactly. Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. Bernie, did you want to add a gratitude?
Be grateful for the fact that through this coronavirus thing and this year of those challenges, we have been very blessed and we're not having any issues as far as sustenance living.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to share even greater. My daughter in California lost her job and they would help out there. It's something that it's just amazing that without having a job, that's the way we do all these things. We're glad to do it.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thanks
Yeah.
for our help.
Yeah, he's grateful for coming through this pandemic unscathed, still having the resources to support his family and his daughter, and grateful for their health.
We have one more, Don.
Mm-hmm.
This is from someone you might know. Marilyn says, I'm grateful for the man on that stage. Grateful for both my dads. Grateful that they were able to be by my side while I was in the hospital. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for their love and encouragement to keep pushing through.
I did not pay her to say that, but that's my other daughter. And I am so grateful for them, each of them, and my spouse and my family. So gratitude gives us this power in our lives, this power of attraction and this power to be better and move forward. And part of that is even the power to heal. And that's the part of this service that we want to kind of move into is healing and wholeness. Because we think of healing as a cure, but that's not necessarily true. One aspect of healing could be a cure, where you have an illness and you take some medicine and you are cured. and there is a healing from getting over the flu or, a cold. That is a type of healing. But a real healing is moving from an awareness of not being whole to awareness of being perfect and whole, just the way you are. It is turning your focus away from the cause of your perceived brokenness and coming to the realization of your divine wholeness. That's a healing, to turn from a perceived brokenness to a remembering of your divine wholeness. And there's an aspect of wholeness that I just recently learned, one of my little aha moments of really being and feeling and acknowledging my wholeness. And it was when I realized that my wholeness doesn't actually just encompass my strengths and what I do right and my attributes and my abilities, but to totally accept my wholeness. A healing that I needed was to realize part of my wholeness was what I get wrong, what doesn't work, and what isn't what it used to be. It's a sense of total acceptance when you recognize and accept your wholeness. When I was younger, my torso used to be shaped like this, and the older I get, it's starting to go like this. My hairline used to come all the way up and meet at the top of my head, and it doesn't anymore. And some of this used to be back here, but it's not anymore. But I have to know that all of that is also part of the whole me. Part of my wholeness, the good, the bad, and the kind of ugly. There's those things you're going to like and you're not going to like. But you also, with that acceptance and that realization that those parts of yourself that you perceived as broken or not whole gives you the opportunity and the awareness then to change, to improve upon probably. There's a level of acceptance where you have to realize, some things are beyond your ability to change. I have to accept the fact that I will never win an Olympic medal. Although I've always been fairly active my whole life, but that is never going to happen. It never was going to. So I have to be realistic. That's part of coming back to being whole. It's part of acknowledging and understanding and accepting my current life situation, just the way it is right now, right here. I'm whole. That's the whole of me. And where I go from where I'm at now and how I transform myself into the future is my decision. It's my thoughts, my creativity, my manifesting the divine in me, in the world. It's being open and willing to see something else out there possible for you, for me, something different, something better. I have to have a realistic hope of what I can and can't accomplish, and faith to know that Spirit is there with me, inspiring, motivating, empowering, supporting, and loving me through whatever I'm going to be as a whole person. And it just is a sense of being present and full of joy and hope that I have this decision to make, I have this creativity, I have this ability to lead a balanced and whole life, that I get to choose what I'm going to do if I want to realize that my body is manifested as a result of what I choose or don't choose to eat. That my health is my choice to exercise or not is a reflection in me. So part of my wholeness is saying who I am, what I am in my entirety, and where am I going to go with that, and what am I going to do with it? I know that Spirit is always there leading me to a higher and greater sense of wholeness. That healing is always possible, not to fix something, but to change my awareness. That whatever is perceived to be wrong isn't the problem. That I am whole, and I am one, and I am divine just the way I am. And then from that comes the power and the choice to change the things I want to possibly improve upon. that I want to balance out in my life. What energies do I want to release? What energies do I want to bring in? What influences do I want to be under? What doesn't serve me do I need to let go of? Those are my choices. I want to be healed from my perceived imperfections. I want to be a realization of my whole self. And I want to be healthy so that I can enjoy my time in this incarnation as long as possible. I want to be healed. I want to be whole, and I want to be healthy. Healed, whole, and healthy. I think Shannon has something for that.
I think we can work with that. I am healed, whole, and healthy. I relax and visualize. I am healed, whole, and healthy. I am well, I am well. I am healed, whole, and healthy. I accept and I receive. I am healed, whole, and healthy. I am well, I am well. I am healed, whole, and healthy. Angels are watching over me. I am healed, whole, and healthy. I am well, I am well. I am healed, whole, and healthy. I've got love surrounding me. I am healed, whole, and healthy. I am well, I am well. I am healed, whole, and healthy. I relax and visualize. I am healed, whole, and healthy. I am well, I am well.
So I got to share with Shannon right before the service started that was the song that I played over and over on a loop before I had my knee surgery. I am healed, whole, and healthy by Karen Drucker. And I had some other songs in there from her healing album. So I suggest if you ever just need a good boost and you're not feeling really well, that's a great place to start. One of the interesting things was that my therapist said to me, you want to be careful what people say while they're in there operating on you. You don't want the doctor saying difficult things or disgusting things about the way your leg looks, your knee works, whatever's going on while you're in there. And sometimes they don't think about things like that. So I asked my surgeon at her urging, can I play music while I'm in there? You know, once you put me under. And they said, well, you can't take your phone in, you can't do that kind of stuff. But if you'll get me MP3s, I'll actually play it through the sound system in the operating room for you. And that's one of the songs that played the whole time. Because it's important to understand that when you're having surgery like that, or you're having any part of you where you're wide open, there's energy going in you and all around you. Energy is something that's really important in our lives. And as Don said, we want to be whole. We want to be healed. We want to be healthy. So I want to share with you some ways that we can do energy work with ourselves. Usually we're used to Reiki, acupuncture, pranic healing, all kinds of things where we're with other people. Tonight I want to share a couple of things that you can do for yourself. And the first one is called the STAR exercise. It was created in 1923 in a book called, I have to look at this, sorry, Science of Being by Eugene Fersen. And the STAR exercise literally is you putting your body into the shape of a star. So your head's going to be the top point of the star. Your left hand facing up is that part of the star. Your right hand facing down is the other part. And then you spread your legs to be the other 2 points of the star. Again, people have been doing this since 1923. And you allow energy to come in through your left hand, into your body, into your heart, and then it goes throughout your body. I kind of think of it like a pinball machine, that once it gets in, it just bounces all around inside my body. And it goes through and it removes blockages. It removes areas where you may be hurting, areas where you may just have a blockage in your chakras or other areas. And as that energy bounces around with you, eventually it'll go out through your right hand, purified and clean, and bless the earth, bless the universe through you. Now, there's a lot of different things you can do. There's a lot of different ways to do this. I'm doing it standing. But if you can't stand for 3 to 5 minutes to do this type of an exercise, you can also do it while you're seated. You do have to still hold the arms out as best you can, one up, one down, and you can just put your legs apart so that you're doing the whole thing. Generally, you only do it for 3 to 5 minutes. And when you're at the point that you kind of feel like you need to stop, your palm on this side will start to feel heavy, and your fingers on this side will start to tingle. So you'll kind of know that you're good. There's an affirmation that goes with it. I am one with the universal life energy. It is flowing through me now, and I feel it. I am one with the universal life energy. It is flowing through me now, and I feel it. And you stand there. Now, the author says the best time to do this is early in the morning, as soon as you wake up. And it's best if you can face the sun while you're doing it. And his suggestion is that you have on a light set of clothes or none at all. I'll let you make those decisions based on your home and the way things are there. As I said, with my house right now, that wouldn't be a possibility, but each morning this week I have done it. Just to give me energy as I'm getting ready to go through my day. And each evening, right before you go to bed, you're encouraged to do it as well. Just to get it all out, get all the energy out, to clean out all of your system so that you can rest well that night. So if you're willing, I'll invite you to stand with me. Again, if you're unable to stand for that length of time and to do it, I encourage you just to stay seated where you are. Head up, body straight. Legs in star position, left hand out with your hand palm up, right hand with your palm down. And I'm going to say the affirmation once, and then I invite you to say it with me. I am one with the universal life energy. It is flowing through me now, and I feel it. Together, I am one with the universal life energy. It is flowing through me now, and I feel it. Then just close your eyes gently. And then when you're comfortable doing so, just let your arms back down. And you can be seated. So I hope those of you at home tried it as well. Might have scared your family or the pets if they came by and saw you. But it's a great way to do energy work within your own body. It's a great way to work on healing yourself. There's a lot of great practitioners in Orlando for acupuncture, massage, Reiki, pranic healing, all of those. But this you can do for yourself. And your energy is stronger than anybody else's on your body, because it's just you and the indwelling Christ in you working on healing yourself. One that most of us have seen done before is healing hands, where you just stop for a moment, allow your thoughts and your process, all that's going on in our heads, to drop from our head to our heart space. Just clear your mind as best you can. Allow your focus to come into your heart. And then you're just going to gently rub your hands together. And then you can place them wherever there's pain or wherever you wish for healing to be in your body. And you just hold that position until you feel the warmth and the energy moving through you. You can hold them together, or you can hold your hands separated to feel the energy going from one to the other. Whatever is most comfortable for you. It's a great technique, again, to get the energy moving and to work on healing and being whole in our own body. Some healing affirmations. I am willing to believe in my ability to create healing and happiness. The only things that happen are the things that we create along with Christ, and the things that we create with God as we co-create together. We have to be willing to believe in our ability to create healing and happiness. I allow myself to believe I deserve to heal. This is where some of us need to let go of the past, release things, and know that we deserve to be healed, whole, and healthy. I allow my body to become an environment for health and healing. It's part of what Don just talked about. Kind of wish he might not have talked about eating after Thanksgiving, but we'll work on that too. Another part of healing and wholeness for us. I am able to process, metabolize, and release all emotions. It is time for me to heal, and I choose to be in alignment with my body's way of doing that. It is time for me to heal, and I choose to be in alignment with my body's way of doing that. Healing from within, using our own energy to heal. Just 2 techniques you can try, 2 things you can do when we can't necessarily go to the practitioners we often go to. But again, there's no better person to heal you than you. So I encourage you to try those exercises and see how they work. And now I invite you to join me for a time of meditation. If you would, take 2 deep breaths with me. As you're comfortable doing so, I invite you to close your eyes. And I want you to see outside of yourself a golden ball of light. Just see it from your mind's eye up above you. See that golden ball of light and allow it to come in through your crown chakra, through the very top of your head. Feel the warmth of the energetic ball as it comes through your head. Allow your eyebrows to relax. Let the tension out of your jaw. Feel the light move through your neck and into your shoulders as you relax them and let them slump forward. Feel this healing golden ball of light going down your arms, into your elbows, down to your wrist and your hands and fingers, You may feel a warm feeling as it moves through you. Just feel the healing power as it removes blockages from you, removes pain, removes any area that needs to be released in that part of your body. And then feel that golden ball of light coming back up through your arms and into your shoulders, down into your chest, going into your stomach, into your back, into your spine. Feel them relaxing. Feel the healing power of God and the vibrating energy working in you. Feel the golden ball of light go into your hips, down into your pelvic region, through your thighs and your knees and your legs and your feet. Feel the golden light throughout your body. And before you allow it to be released, take a moment to spend just a few minutes in the silence, being grateful for the healing energy that you have in your own body. I invite you now to come back to this present moment, to take just a moment to say thank you to the Christ that lives in you, that indwells you, for taking the time to align your spirits together, for taking the time to heal yourself so that we each can indeed be healed, whole, and healthy. And so it is. Amen. This is the time in our service where we're going to celebrate our time of gratitude through our gifts, tithes, and love offerings. For those who are in the sanctuary, we invite you to drop your offering in the baskets as you leave. And for those online, you can use the donate button on the app or also on our ccuorlando.net website. And we encourage you to give that way. We are abundantly blessed as a people, and we want to continue to bless the place that blesses us so much. One of my favorite offering statements is the one that children use. I give in love because I love to give. Will you say that with me? I give in love because I love to give. And we are grateful for all who give and all of the offerings that we receive. And we know that they're going to return to each person who gives, heaped up, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And for our understanding of that law, we give thanks. And so it is. Amen.
And all that I have is blessed. All I give is blessed. All that I am is blessed, blessed. And all that I have is enough, All that I give is enough, and all that I am is enough. Blessed, thankful, so thankful. So thankful, I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed.
And thank you, Shannon, for blessing us with your music. I am grateful for each and every one of you who were here with us this evening in person or online. I am so grateful for this spiritual community. I am grateful for this beginning to this new holiday season, this Advent, where we prepare ourselves for a fuller realization of that Christ presence within each and every one of us. I am thankful for you. I am thankful for our sound team. I am thankful for every one of you who joins us online. I am so grateful. And remember, as we go forward this evening, you are loved, you are blessed. Have a wonderful evening and have a great week. Thank you for coming.